Every time she saw her son return home, her eyes flickered with a fear and revulsion she couldn't hide, in stark contrast to her gentle and caring actions. Her voice was always low and muffled, as if filtered through gauze, or echoing up from underground. In the heat, it sounded like the rasp of a dying cicada. Although this woman didn't enjoy socializing, you could often hear her talking to her son. Most of the time, it was just her voice, you rarely heard the boy respond. That was probably because Nick was usually out playing during the day, and only at night would the two of them talk together. A few times, I woke up needing to pee and heard voices coming from their house, so I crept under their window to eavesdrop. But their conversations were strange, so strange I couldn't really understand them. "Leave me alone. What more do you want from me? How long are you planning to stay with me? Aren't you done yet?" Things like that. And Nick would only ever respond with one word. No. I was fascinated by the odd pair, but back then, adults always thought kids were too nosy. Even if I told my grandma or my mom about it, the most I'd get was a playful swat on the behind and a scolding said half in jest, before they went right back to whatever they were doing. Kids around 5 or 6 are nothing but a bundle of question marks, curious about everything, so naturally, I started paying more attention to Nick. The area where my grandmother lived had once been forest land. Over 100 years ago, near the end of the Qing dynasty, a few fishermen had settled here, and over time, it became known as the Fang family settlement. No one really knew why it was called that, it was just something passed down from earlier generations. There were always tons of kids running around, from age 5 to maybe 9 or 10. Nick had a large head, and his features were oddly flat, like someone had smoothed out every bump and curve. From a distance, his face looked like a red balloon that had been blown up and had eyes and a mouth carefully painted on. His scalp was dotted with a few slick, wet strands of hair, and his pale, almost bleached skin was so thin you could see every purple vein beneath it, like drinking straws. His eyes were small, and his sparse lashes made them look like two black beans pressed into a mound of flour. He always squinted when he spoke. His nose was low, wide, and short, with a slight inward dip at the bottom.